Hello everyone guys, welcome to the Lord of the Rings mod Ennorath next. LOTR reviewer today means we look at changes in the first place as before. Remains the elf BA, Zira catches up with him on the third king no crown call on. Fourth and already got to 5th place, awesome. Will he really get to the first one? Kuramir dropped to 6th place. No negativity. Torito is in 7th, Oops is in 8th, Bilbo is in 9th, and Wind is in 10th. Gravit with powerful leaps and bounds lags behind or breaks away more accurately from his pursuers, and strengthens his position in the top 3 players by number of matches. 269. Ice skating ring. Is that him? This is him. More than 50 matches in 2 days. Played. I haven't written it down yet. In 2 days. Are you crazy? How? Do you even have? Not free time. Ermac 196. In my opinion, Ermac didn't play at all, as it was and remains so, and King's Science Crown fell out of the top 3, and Boromir overtook him in 190 matches. No, well, at least it's clear here. Boromir streamer. He streams every day and plays duels. That is, it is logical that he doesn't care. Top 3 cards. Eastfold, Westfold and Fort of Bruinen. Here is Vestfold. Beautiful. I don't understand why people like Eastfold. Typical map. Today, by the way, we will be watching Eastfold. And a series of victories. Toretto took the lead. 17 wins. But in general everything seems the same. And no, Vinci broke into the top 5. He has 13 victories. And so no changes. So, today we have a duel on Eastfold. Vinci vs Aegod. Vinci plays 4, but I looked in the wrong place. For Isengard, and Aegod for Lothlorien. Let's go. Well, this map, if Vinci knows this meta of Ermakov and the Savages they. Okay, first of all. Project I will say about this card is not bad for Lotlori and in general such factions that love to defame. Because there are few passages here, that is, it is much easier to ask questions here, that is, well, let's say, people will attack from 3 flanks, you can block 1 flank, several squads, plus, grab the signal in advance, see him coming. But here, of course, I was lying a little, because if Ermac played, he wouldn't play Savages, he would just play Scouts. He likes to kill Moose for Scouts. But Aego doesn't play Moose. He screams with help. Spearman. It's less efficient. But this will allow him, for example, push Eisen if of course he's going to do it. Or I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to risk it. Moose in this matchup, Moose are good. In general, they are just when a person accumulates 4 packs of Scouts and some kind of cover there. The Moose will not be very good, but it will still be useful. And most importantly, so that Eisen doesn't choke you with Savages, then you will be fine. If you creep. This is how Vinci does it. Well, that is usually. I would laugh, like, are you in Scouts? Wards are creeping. But this, it was specially made so that it saves time, just Scouts for him. Needed and he doesn't want. Well, he doesn't want to spend money on anything else. Doesn't want them to stand idle. That's why he screams so much. It's better to send them here. Because according to the established rules, this squad will come here to creep. And this is, well, safer. That is, you are unlikely to lose this creep. That is, it is better to try to steal from the enemy. Oh, I almost forgot. Cat from a subscriber. Even 2. Pretty. So that is, well, it's like, yes, Vinci is a little dumb. Moreover, it's even beneficial for him to creep with 1 squad. After all, well, pumping. Let's see how he plays. So, the troops are running through here. Orcs appeared here. In my opinion, Lorien's spearmen should defeat them in the defense sector. I'm not sure. No, they probably shouldn't. Vinci plays Europe. We should back off here. For some reason he also added spearmen. Well, at least these guys are holding their own. But you need swordsmen or archers there. And then I made a mistake. But here he demolished the smelter. That is, we will assume that it was a distraction. Oops, there's another mistake. I went along the wargs, I had to get around like this, and in the end. Battle for creep. Reinforcements are fleeing. There are LOTR. But as if Vinci should now. Here to take everything. The scouts will be stronger than archers. Lorien, well, in the end. And the year decides to farm the bird in the hand, so to speak, and glad. Receives back a lot of damage. Vinci, well done, focuses the archers not on auto attacks but called out. Profitable and creep also takes away. It's very good how there's only one archer left. He needs to be hidden for the future. The Varden have appeared. The Varden rush was meta until recently. Zalarin, but this isn't exactly a meta build. Well, we should have done this earlier. He is 2 barracks to Great Anne. Oh, okay, he's playing the current meta. Rush. No, not rush, but somehow, like you quickly go to Galadrim. Here. This is a good build, as it turns out. Well, they're pretty strong, for one thing. Secondly, the cavalry will not crush them in one run. That is, you have room for error, as it were. And quite a good one. There is still room for error. Now, if you are not a complete noob, then, well, just turn on the defense. And in my opinion, they can even withstand 3 races. Well, it depends, of course, on what kind of kava it is, and whether there will be debuffs and so on. In general, this is not bad, but this build has a problem. This is something that you have to sit very strongly in depth. And you will have few troops. That is, now Vinci has more troops. And he has an advantage. He can afford to destroy the enemy's economy. And Igit is in no hurry to fight, because he only has 2 Galadrim units. And they are easy to focus. But this build has a slight advantage before Isengard, because Isengards don't like to go out in the early carts, and that is, he only has 4 squads of shooters have the potential to focus these squads. It decreases with each. A detachment of Galadriel who comes out, but already 3 packs seem to be normal. He also focuses. Maybe scouts. Another Malorn falls. He made his way here along with Bjorning. And it blows away again. The smelter is here and builds up the ECU. By the way, he built quite a lot of Eki. Now there's going to be a fight. So here we need a defense industry. Or a hedgehog stance. Squeeze. Yes, Vinca has an advantage now. It uses fat. Urikov, but this can be bypassed. Just focusing. Handles. Rukov. I didn't have time to look. Who did he shoot at? So, and the year turned its Bjorning into a bear. He's pretty, can hit well with dancing. But he is surrounded. There is some kind of bug with this model. Someday we will replace it. Someday. But he's in close combat. Sucks fighting if it's straight. The boat was surrounded. Okay, look here. Agod makes a mistake. Gives up some of the troops. Vinci continues to hammer the economy. Yes, now I go to will come back to haunt you. The fact that he built a lot of Malorns here. Yes, and Vinci is celebrating. He got so many freebies now. Almost level 4. Lurts guys, and Agod decided to divide. We need to share this too. Of course. He won't hurt him in any way. He has fewer troops. He's afraid to fight now, I guess. Yes, here. The spearmen are simply, hey, race a pack of Galadrim. But there are no spearmen here, it's risky. The Galadrim are also good because they fight more or less adequately in close combat. That is, they can even harass the economy. But this is Isengard, he has a communal apartment. Everything is more or less tight, easy to deflate. Therefore, such attacks are not particularly effective. But he can run and look. What if sawmills were built, and there was some kind of freebie? Even the information itself about the fact that there are files be very useful because he can go out into some squad of moose, even just one, and crush. All the working saws were intercepted by the tavern. Mistake, you need to switch to bows. Well then, he can definitely kill them, but in theory he won't catch up. Look behind the base, there's nothing. Punitive squads. Already they ran after him. The savages are called to the rear. Interesting, this is a good Vinci build, but better yet. No one is playing. In my opinion it's necessary to take a long time now, quickly not. Steals money. See what he did. Union. I'm dumb. A little. This is what it means. What did he do with the Mirkwoods or not? Well, just a stamp. Gives a buff only if you block. Union. That's all. Yes, ballistas. Ballistas can be countered. If you throw invisibility at the Vardens, you can get out even more efficiently into swordsmen. Mirkwood in an accident. And do the same. They just have a stand. Yes, they run fast. That is, well, run into the rear. Well, the map is crap, of course. But even so, let's say, he threw in Visa. That's how I got around it. And in the back and broke. Ballista. Let's remember. Galadrim. And they are rocking. No, we won't remember it. Survive. In short, Igid needs it now. Urgently do something against Ballista because if Vinci is digging in with rollers here, then Khan. 3-4. Ballistas and Galadrim. They won't be able to do anything. They will simply be pushed under. And defeat will be a. Here we have something he plays for gifts. I think the left branch would have worked better for him. Could as. Once you throw a tom bomb in a narrow passage, he could easily kill half an army. It's just that Vinci wouldn't have time to react. Here it's hard to dodge this. It's almost impossible. There's just no room to go back. He threw in the Indus, then he's trying to cheat him now. In Visa seems to be a minute, I'm not mistaken, and it's written. So well done right. Does one ballista undercover 2 no? The lightest one takes 1 blows away the ballista. Not blown away, he tries to gain access to her, but no, she moved closer, but anyway it's very harshly distracts lessons, and I remind you that if you fight with a unit, and hit him in the back, his armor doesn't work, that is, the Vinci army is forced to either hit here. Like this either. Here if in the end he rake more from either side. That's it. It seems Vinci still manages to get through. There are eagles here, but oh my god, how. Galadri, we take a lot of damage. For some reason he didn't press through the defense. But here it's already hit, but lost almost the entire army due to the 3rd shooting range. Eagles are now ballistas. They'll take him away. He just needs to buy time minus lures. -1 more ballista, and in the end, Vinci's army retreats. But there will also be a lot of losses. By the way, even though I didn't complete the control, only a few survived. Oh, how good. Caught the Uruks, just look to this. Oh, tough. Yes, some few survive here too. Vinci, but the losses are huge. There are already reinforcements here. He can push together with Ent. There are also reinforcements here. By the way, there are 2 Vinci ballistas. very invested in this attack. But only one unit of Galadrim is technically actually 4. Up to him. You can't fight with them now. Either the few need to be removed or the entire army must stand, because if he goes into battle then but this. There will be some kind of cringe. There will be a couple of squads. Am I mistaken or what? There are fewer of them, and these are 4 I just arrived. Miscalculated a little, okay. Reinforcements are coming and you are coming too, and by the way, the Ent ballistas will kill you now about pumping. Look at things, he wins, but he took extra money, but he still wins. Don't forget that. Eagles are worth more points somehow. Pinches can go faster to 25 if not now. Will be dull, if exactly what will be exchanged. He's waiting, he doesn't want to go on the attack, and it's the same for a year. He added more Vardens. I started. If I were in place a year, I would stand here now so that I can. There were troops to waste, because if there was a battle here it would be unprofitable for him to have ballistas better than. NT ballistas are stronger, and don't miss. Why do they miss but in there? It's easier to miss than. You can't use a ballista to train troops against this. Show dressing, and what is he waiting for? I can't understand the third one. Ballista. I gave away 2 buildings. Now, the third one will break too. What about his points? Well, he doesn't have a supply block, of course. The corner is out. So, I threw the Palantir. If it weren't for the Ent, I would advise retreat now. But he decides to fight. Lower. The savages rush to the rear. No need. Retreat, save at least 1 Ent. If I were an elf I didn't fight here. I would retreat here. He gives for some reason. Ents, in my opinion, 2 could have been saved, but at least. This one should have lived, for sure. In the end he uses as a tanker. You need it for longer. Shoot at enemies. And Vichka came up. Almost there. 25. But here it's obvious, of course. Vinci won this skirmish. Lurtz appeared. Well, it's just corny. Selic Proizel. Volunteer step back. Volunteer speeds up leveling. No need to give him a feed. Well, and besides, the savages were called into the back. It's unpleasant to fight with them. Okay, 1 End. Hatched, what will he do? Now we have to try. Again through Visa. Make up. Unless, of course. Oh, they killed the world. Unless, of course, ballistas will be held at the side. Well, you can try here. Stand through in. Is there a forced march? I don't see where the corner is. What a horror. 6 ballistas are now under the crate. Well, what? Hironi, my age, guys. He has a chance. He needs to swing faster now. That is, he cannot retreat. The problem is he's fighting now with conscript troops that don't feed. He needs to get to the real troops before his crate falls. Well, he managed to demolish 3 ballistas. Oh good. Yes, he gave Legolas away. But it was a good exchange. And he gets to 25. 1 ballot. Use Kara's Galat to live longer. Need to pass 25. Urgently. Yes, she will not fall under all the troops, but it doesn't matter. The main thing is that the fortress survives. So what? Don't want to? I don't understand. Another end, he's trying to build a fortress. Kara's galloping is over. Missed. Yes, Vinci meanwhile. The third tier was taken additionally. Yes, I finally washed it away. That's it, got lost. Lurs is shocked. He says, how did we manage to screw this up? We had 6 ballistae. We had a numerical advantage. And the advantage in pumping, but these fucking elves. And it's simply impossible. Everyone, retreat. Boys. Loss and years must be overcome. It's raining, there will be an exchange now. Third shooting ranges, and he decided to give away the wargs. Galadrim under debuff. So it's very profitable to press. Gave away the file. Well, okay. Normal. Well. In the sense that he doesn't suck. But considering that he has no spearmen at all, this is even more or less. The norm could have been worse, fought off some stubs, left well. It's probably even profitable for a year, because if there was some kind of pack here, and he called in more wargs, and he would have lost the entire army for a year, potentially, and so I got off with a slight fright. It could have been a lot worse. Plus there are ants. Yes, there are savages here. There is a Palantir. He made a ballista. Grisha built. He builds towers. Sawmills would be better. Spanned, he doesn't have enough money. Isin must bathe in the dough, not die in poverty. Okay. So, now there will be a call for eagles. Agad has a pretty good chance. Either win the game, or catch up on pumping. He easily takes 3 points now. And not only. Plus he should have 2 control skills. That is, here the arrow should roll back. I don't see Halder, unfortunately. So score. But he's out there somewhere. Surely. So the eagle can turn on the scarecrow. That is, what will you have to spend on their mash throw? It's not yet clear why. Okay, there's some kind of logistical error here. At Vinci, part of the troops, I went forward, some went back. Eagles are called. I think Gwaja here. Flapping its wings in the wrong direction. Half a squad only touched, and the fool died immediately. But overall not bad, no Balax. Workshop destroyed. 1 end dies. Trandix 6th level. Coming soon, ability to throw an arrow. Still pushed. There is also an arrow from Halder. And so lucky too. The rain has stopped. Not bad, not bad. He can take the bowman now, by the way. Well, not right now, but soon. It would be nice. Yes, it looks like I go to. Very lucky. He caught Vinci. In an unpleasant situation for him. Vinci just can't keep up. Reinforcements set up. And in the end, having an advantage in everything, Vinci loses to the skating ring. Minus lords will be. Yes, it's funny. Well, I would probably add that Vinci should have gone into wargs, because very often there were moments when Agad either didn't have spearmen or very few. That is, some tasty pack. Bargov could now let him play on. Well, basically they are called captains. I think he's retreating in vain. But these are Galadrim, They have huge damage. You can just press X and Foxy. Oh yeah, look how quickly they rest. It's true that it's aggressive, but still. Ento took 9th level. Oh my goodness, if he takes the 10th now, and the forest will leave here, this will just be tough. It will be impossible to defend. 2. But that is, troops are still approaching from all sides and the year has become so full that it is Makrit. Galadri, Mom, and it doesn't lean Galadrim Makrit Galadrim. I wonder who will win in close combat. She's not here. They don't hit the citadel quite honestly, and then the wargs bite them off. Sorry, I would like to see it. Another. Fits. Vinci decided to swing a little and... Well, I had to finish off with the national points in my pocket. In principle, there is no need for bombardal now. You need to take a break in the clouds and immediately counter the rain. Almost rolled away. Ballista, all that is needed is for the Ents to remember us before it rolls back. The enemy has 25. Or he will use his own, I know, it was received a little later. Break in the clouds. And not. I want. I see that he's in no hurry. He's super careful, it's a mistake. Gives time. The enemy must be hit with crate. It's new he tree beard made fucking. Squads ran. On demolition of the ballista, okay. Let's skip something somehow boring. Started pushing PMS. Died about Wargi. Let's go to Sharky, which is at another point, and immediately blew it away. It was a pain. Well, Sharky must give out reservations. What is this with? On the other hand, there is still a call for wargs, but it's not bad. He washed away a year and right now he hit it very hard. He's fighting with only wargs under a debuff. Crushed in one race because the debuff. What the hell is Vinci with Vinci come back? Well, no. Enough damage. 25 to demolish the crepe. It is there, and the year has now drained the victory. But crowned with few troops, so here. Trees done so that the Windbeasts can fight. Maybe all is not lost, although the ballistas will demolish these trees, so there are 25, and here there are 25 literally now. These are the last seconds and... Wow, what did you get here? Gappin' in the clouds. Well, by the way, I caught it pretty well, but no luck. These Valas not drop randomly. Although we have a fortress fee, it turns out I was wrong. I said that there wouldn't be enough damage. Sorry guys, I wouldn't throw it on crate. And Vinci loses. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked it. Subscribe and like everyone, bye.